This is Jeff, and I'm here with Gracie, and
what?
she is eating some of the fresh corn from her garden, and I think she
That's just...
it just got done, so it's still like really hot. So, what do you think of the corn out of your garden?
I like it, and it's messy.
Is that pretty good corn?
I still have another piece.
Oh, we still got a bunch of friends and family to give it to, don't we? If I miss somebody, I apologize, but the tomatoes will be ready pretty soon. We got a lot of tomatoes. We'll do a live feed for the tomatoes
If you
tomorrow.
don't get corn, you'll get tomatoes. And if you don't get tomatoes, you'll get a half of a watermelon.
Spitting everywhere. So then, yeah, we got watermelons growing out there, too. And I'm sure a lot of you guys have been keeping track with some of the pictures we've been putting on there. I have watermelon going into two of my neighbors' yards, which I feel bad for, but they're actually growing watermelons.
Two of the neighbors' yards?
Yeah, going over into Chandler's and going over to Minnick's.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Like?
You know those vines? They're going everywhere. Tomorrow you'll see that they're going in and they're climbing on the fence and everything else. So, like
Jansen's Minnick?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah, we need to take them over some corn and stuff tomorrow too. We always share our garden with everybody, family and friends and stuff. And a lot of the truckers that I do business and stuff for, if they ever come through, I always try to give them some fresh vegetables. I can't necessarily say we're organic because I do use 7 on it, which kills those Japanese beetles. They were just terrible this year, but they didn't get my stuff, so I'm actually very lucky.
Why are you putting me on this? I'm eating corn.
So, you're choking on corn. Really? How do you go? Let her choke, let her choke, let her... No, let it snow. Anyway. Gracie, come on now. Quit. You're going to take another bath if you keep that up.
Nope.
So we've had a very interesting...
summer.
Summer and a couple weeks and everything else. And
so
fair, I think just because the heat and everything wore me down completely. Being out there, I wasn't really loud or anything like I normally am. I wasn't doing off-the-wall videos or anything down there like I did last year.
No, I didn't like that last year.
No, you liked doing because you got to be live. But we had also, we had like the magic show, we had the circus.
My arms were hurting.
She had to do a little work because she was...
A little last year.
I know, but we got to see some friends and family out there this year, which was really nice, and some business associates came out and joined us, and then some of my team came out.
Last year, because they had a magic show in a circus.
Yeah, they did, but they had the white tigers this year.
Yeah, but then they didn't have...
Gracie, you don't talk with your mouth full like that. Don't do that. Even joking around, okay? That's not polite.
They didn't even have a magic show in a circus.
Well, that's because those two kids, they were really good, and, they performed in Las Vegas before. I think they were, 14, 15, or 15 and 16, I forgot. But they were good kids. Tonight, let's see here, what's the lesson for tonight? What is some words of wisdom for tonight? No matter how bad things get, tomorrow's a fresh night. It's like an X-sketch. You can shake it up, and tomorrow's going to be even better. Some people forget that people make mistakes. People, they have a tendency. Now, everybody always, it's funny, because when I do these, people think I'm actually referring to people in general, and I'm not. I learned a long time ago, through friends, family, Marines, high school, college friends, and everything else, that people have different reasons for doing things. And the reason why I like to show people different things you can do and then give them a little bit of advice is sometimes, I know most people, 90% of the people know the stuff already, but they don't listen to themselves saying it. And whenever I do one of these, and then I always say, keep your friends close, but make sure that if you have people like down on you, get away from them as far as possible. Or, people think I'm talking to them, but they don't realize how many people I talk to in a day, and I'm actually not referring to them. I'm just referring to, there's a lot of great parents out there. There's a lot of great moms, a lot of great dads, single, together, whatever else. And all I'm saying is, every day tell your kids you love them. Tell your kids you're proud of them. Teach your kids to read. The whole point of the garden years ago was when Gracie's growing up, I grew up with a garden. And my mom and dad always had a garden. So I made sure to have a garden for her. And then I think one of the greatest things I can do is no matter how mad I'm at somebody or upset with somebody or something else, I love giving my neighbors and my friends, because we can't eat it all. So I like to go give it to my neighbors and friends whenever I can. Now, I've got a lot of friends and stuff, so I can't get it to everybody, but the people I can to, it's just because I, just want to give something back. And just like when a kid draws you a picture, okay? They don't want anything for it. They just want to draw you a picture so that you smile and you like it. And I kind of do that with my garden and being able to teach Gracie how to keep a journal and what not to use. I taught her how to use regular ladybugs, not the Asian ladybugs or the Asian beetles, because there's also the Japanese beetles that eat your stuff. What daddy longlegs can do, not daddy longlegs, praying mantis. Sorry, praying mantises can do in your garden. But
me and the corn work together. I planted it, well, Daddy planted it, then I get to eat it. So
I think this year with the garden, I put certain types of flowers around the outside to try to protect it from certain things. And I put about 23 different types of flowers. And 2 of those types were viney, and they climbed up the corn. They actually pulled the corn down. But it only ruined like 1 or 2 stalks. One of these days I'm going to teach Gracie how to put this stuff into 4-H and into the fairs and different things. And I'll probably get some advice from my cousins that do it and aunts and uncles that have been doing it. They're the experts on it. I'm not. I'm not an expert on anything when it comes to that. We just do it. We have a good time doing it. I get a lot of my advice from my dad, who tells me a lot of stuff. I get a lot of advice from Brent Deeker, if you ever see him. He's the Amsoil guy in Quincy. He's probably one of the nicest guys you could ever meet. But I get advice from people that have been doing this stuff for a very long time. Now, granted, I've been doing it my entire life, but I would have never known to use Seven, S-E-V-E-N, to put on, like, it's like a chalk that you put on your flowers, and the Japanese, not Asian, but the Japanese beetles hated it, and I wouldn't have known that if it was for somebody like Brent Deeker, and that's pretty neat. So, everybody that's out there, you guys will be able to see the tomatoes come up. The tomatoes are not done yet. The watermelons are not done yet. I got 4 different types of watermelon in right now. They're the extra large size, but I let Gracie pick them, and I made sure they're going to be sweet.
This. I just got like
for a lot of you guys who have been following the garden for a couple of years, if you remember, what was that, 3 years ago or 4 years ago, where we had the 17.5-foot stalks corn. They weren't really good to eat, but we were trying to get a record. But we were about a foot and a half off, or maybe a half a foot off from the record. We tried to do it the second year, but Quincy had all those really bad windstorms, so nothing stayed up. And then the year after that, we got voles and moles, so go brush your teeth, sweetie, that we had to do. And so this is the first year yeah, you can have some, but this is the first year that it's really been going good. And anyway, if anybody, like I said, I'm going to try this year to do Mom's brown bread, and I'm also going to give my neighbors enough tomatoes so they can can, because theirs didn't come in, but I want her to teach me how to can better than what my last time I canned was when my mom was alive. So I'd like to can also. I'm hoping that maybe she'll show me how to do it. I would like to know that, because we do this every year, and I got so much, half the stuff I end up throwing away because we just there's just can't get it to everybody, and a lot of my friends are all over the United States. Anyway, tonight, make sure you tell your kids that you love them, you appreciate them. Make sure to call family members tomorrow. It's the weekend. Do something different. Take a different road, take a different path. Do something, go running. They've got all kinds of stuff out there to do. But just make sure whatever you do, you actually do something that makes you smile and makes you laugh. And just have a good time doing it. Because, there's nothing guaranteed in life. But on the other hand, if you sit there and you stress every single day, you blame everybody, or it's everybody else's fault but your own, or you got so much negativity, maybe you need to take a break and just go back to doing something positive and looking at things that are positive. Other people maybe should go visit the funeral home, maybe, or the cemetery if you haven't been out to see family and loved ones. It's nice to just maybe not because of what your belief system is, but just the remembrance of the happy times. As far as everybody else, I hope you all have a great evening. For all you that are very religious or, believe in God, God bless each one of you. For everybody that doesn't, hey, our thoughts are with you. I personally, I'm a God-fearing person. I'm not perfect by any means, but like I said, sometimes that's the only hope that keeps us on track. And each one of you matters. And I'm going to get back to playing with my daughter. It's about 11 o'clock here in the Midwest, and I hope to talk with everybody soon. God bless everybody. I hope everybody's great. To all my Marine Corps brothers out there, stay strong. Keep pushing forward. To all my military brothers and sisters out there, you guys are blessed, and you all have to know that you matter and you're important. And, okay, for everybody else, remember this. What you do does make a difference in not just your life, but other people's. It may not show right away, but it does. My name's Jeffrey W. Jansen, and Gracie's getting her teeth brushed, and I look forward to talking to everybody soon. Have a good night, everybody.